Two Celtic players, one place in the quarter-finals remain, but who is going to get it? Will it be Scott Brown or will it be Fraser Forster? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. It's another last 16 matchup to crown who is going, well, I say to crown, to who's going to get into the quarter-finals. Ultimately, we're going to crown the greatest Spfl player of the century. But yeah, before we can do that, we need to get 2 finalists, we need to get 4 semi-finalists, and we need to get 8 quarter-finalists. Now, there is 2 spaces remaining. One of those quarter-final spaces will be filled with the winner of this, Scott Brown and Fraser Forster, and the other quarter-final spot will be filled between the last matchup in the last 16, which is Arthur Burke versus James Tavernier. So that one should be interesting, but back to Scott Brown, back to Fraser Forster. I think I already previously in the other video leaned towards the midfielder over the goalkeeping position. I just think outfielders are more likely to be game changers, are more likely to go down as legends, more important. And yeah, I think that proves it here. Scott Brown with 91% of the vote after 736 votes. So yeah, Scott Brown has defeated Fraser Forster, and it's pretty unanimous here, 91%. So I mean, over 9/10 of people voting for Scott Brown, and it goes to show you how important and how good Scott Brown was, because Fraser Forster definitely one of the best Celtic goalkeepers of this century, since the 21st century. He is probably the best, or if not second best goalkeeper Celtic have had. So yeah, it just goes to show you how good Scott Brown is. But he does win. He advances with 91%, and I agree with that. I think Scott Brown is the better out of the two. I would have went Scott Brown. I would have voted Scott Brown, and that's what the majority of these 746 voters did. So Scott Brown is through. He will advance to the next round, and we say goodbye to Fraser Forster, who had a good run in this competition, but yeah, just did not fancy his chances against Scott Brown. And is Scott Brown a potential winner of this? Who knows? Who knows? How far can he go? He's already in the quarters. Can he make it to the semis? Can he make it to the final? It's going to be tough to beat Henrik Larsson, but you never know. Scott Brown might be one of the guys. If anyone can do it, Scott Brown might be that guy. I mean, the success he's had at Celtic, absolutely unmatched. But we'll see how Scott Brown made it then into the quarterfinals. He defeated Virgil van Dijk, and then he defeated Kieran Tierney, and now Fraser Forster. So Scott Brown, he's not had it easy. He's been up against some really good Celtic players. He's actually, every player he's been up against has been a fellow Celtic player, and he's beaten them. Tierney and Van Dijk, he won. It was pretty close though, but Forster, he's absolutely smashed them. So yeah, Scott Brown there with 91% into the next round. Fraser Forster on his way to the last 16 defeated James McFadden, and then he defeated Aidan McGeady. So yeah, Forster doing pretty well. I don't know if I would have I think I prefer McFadden over Forster, to be fair, but I can understand longevity wise Forster probably did more in Scotland, so I can see why he won that. And I think, McGeady, longevity-wise, maybe just not at Celtic long enough. So, anyway, Scott Brown beats Fraser Forster. He is into the next round. Let's get into the comments. Let's see what you guys are saying regarding this. So, Liam Medium says, Brown was that good. No one ever came in for him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I think that's an argument you can certainly make. However, Celtic did pay a record fee for him from Hibernian, so yeah, I think he is the highest. I'm pretty sure he's the highest transfer player to move from one Scottish club to another. So listen, I'm not going to sit here and say Scott Brown's not good. No one's come in for Callum McGregor, and I wouldn't say Callum McGregor's not good either, but maybe that's a sign that they're not elite. David Connor says, I'll save you the trouble, pal, Henrik Larsson. Well, I mean, here, it's an opinion, it's an option, it's subjective. Maybe not everybody will feel it's Henrik Larsson, so we'll see what happens. Baldy Cox says, is that the best we have in Scotland? For fuck's sake, no wonder we're shite. Well, I mean, Scott Brown is into the last 8, so obviously people think he is one of the best 8 players to play in the last decade, the last century. Johnson R says, neither. Teresa Gordon says, couldn't lace Steve Davis's boots, and it was proved. Yeah, Scott Brown then, is he not able to lace any boots? And then Teresa Gordon says, definitely no Lego muncher, and definitely no lurch in goal either. Why is Scott Brown a Lego muncher? Does he like munching on Lego? Is he a bit on the slow side? I don't know. Can someone explain to me? I don't get the diss. Alm H199 says, it was wee Toddy Cantwell. Bunch of emojis in there, so wee Todd Cantwell. Player that looked decent at Norwich, just never really lived up to expectations after that. Albert Bryant said none of the above. I mean, it's not really about one of the above being. It's a fucking vote, isn't it? It's an option, it's a matchup, so it has to be one of the above. Right? You might not ultimately think one of the above is the best player to ever do it, but here, it doesn't matter shit. You know? You can have a Scottish Cup third round and it can be two shite teams in it. You might not think either of them's going to win it, but it doesn't matter. One of them's got to advance. Scott Brown's advanced, so it is what it is. The Tartan Scientist, you're having a laugh, aren't you? No, I honestly don't know what's so funny about it. Just some people just cannot grasp basic shit. It's like, it's a fucking tournament. These two are in the last 16. The winner of this poll moves into the quarterfinals. I mean, it's no rocket science. I don't know what you want me to say. Beer Sensei says Scott Brown is a decent midfielder, so I guess he's my pick. What happened to his Juventus move? Yeah, I mean, it never happened. But to be fair to Scott Brown, I guess not everybody gets a Juventus move. And Caden McLeish says, oofed, fuck football, we'll be raging with this. I mean, I don't know why. Have I come out and said I hate Scott Brown? I mean, maybe the fact he played for Celtic and Hibs, I don't know, maybe. But no, I've nothing against Scott Brown. He's a good player. I don't quite think he's maybe one of the best players of this century, and I don't think he'll win this tournament, but he was a good player. I would have picked him over Fraser Forster. Good captain, good leader, good midfielder, especially back in the day. He had a shitload of pace. And he was a tough man. I like that leadership. A guy that wasn't afraid to go in for tackles. A guy that played for the badge on his shirt and played for the captain's armband on his sleeve. So, yeah, listen, I've not personally nothing against Scott Brown. Would have liked him if he was in my team. Wasn't my team, so I guess I'm not a massive fan. But I respect his ability as a player, and I personally don't really care if he gets eliminated or not. He could win this. I'd say fair play to him. I wouldn't cry, wouldn't lose sleep over it. So, there you go, guys. Scott Brown is into the next round. He's defeated Fraser Forster in the battle to become the best SPFL player, of the 21st century. And like I said, the next matchup is simply between James Tavernier and Arthur Borwick. So we've got what? We've got 7 people already confirmed for the quarterfinals, 7 Celtic players, 1 Rangers player. 6 Celtic players, 1 Rangers player. We've got 1 more to go. Is it going to be Arthur Borwick of Celtic, or will it be James Tavernier of Rangers? I can't wait to find out, guys. Anyway, that will do it. Catch you in the next one. Till then, been Fog Football. Thanks for watching, and peace.